Hello and welcome to another episode of Laptop Retrospective, and today we are going to be doing some unboxing or unenveloping, whatever. So let's get right to it, shall we? Alright, so I got an email from FiFine, at least FiFine Technology about testing out one of their microphones. And you know what? I really jumped at this, especially one that claimed to be portable. One of the things that I do a fair bit of is record sound. And that would be recording sound for, say, voiceovers, instructions, subtitling work. Like, there's a lot of things that I do with sound, which is one of the reasons why my voiceovers for my Psychotech series were generally pretty good quality. I wasn't actually using a camera microphone. I was using my setup on my desktop computer, which is, modestly good. But the only thing that's bad about it is that it is not a portable setup. I would have to set that up and tear it down to move it around. This might actually solve that problem. As you can even see by looking at it, it fits in a very small package. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what we get inside, and yeah, we're gonna test it out. We're gonna do some sound recording and just have a great old time. So on the inside here, we've got some cards and thank you for purchasing. We have a user's guide, and there is this kind of hot pink looking one as well available, which is kind of a nice little color. And we've got all this information in this handout, which is nice and colorful, good quality stuff. So let's just keep moving on, shall we? And here we go. Here is our microphone. Let's get it out of the box. Okay, so we've got our microphone here with a standard mounting ring, and I think, well, does this bottom part twist off so we can use, yes it does, so I'm hoping that I would be able to use that with my boom mic arm if I wanted to. That's a nice little feature there. And of course we have a volume all the way up, all the way down. The control is a bit on the small side, and it is smooth. If you have really big hands, the flushness does mean that you are pinching a fair bit there, but I'm sure there's ways that you'd be able to get around that. It is a USB end there, and it includes this little desk tripod. So we can lock the legs out and spiral this in the bottom, like so. And there you go. You've got a desktop microphone, and we can twist that down, and yeah, that's a quick little setup. I don't see any carrying pouch, which is kind of a small thing, but would be kind of nice just to have a little felt or cloth bag to put all of this in, so you could just throw it in your bag. But I'm sure I've got one around here that I can use. This is pretty good. Like, if you're bashing this around on your desk, it's not going to tip over unless you hit it forward like that. But hitting it on any other angle is pretty good. So that would be pretty stable. Anyway, we've looked at it, we've poked it, we've smacked it around. Construction feels great, but the most important thing, of course, is how does this thing sound? So we are going to test it out on all three major operating systems. We're going to do it on Linux, we're going to do it on Windows, and we are going to do it on Mac, just to make sure that everything is working the way that it should be. So over the course of the next few days, I will be doing some test recordings with this, and I'll be playing them back on the camera and letting you know how I recorded each. Okay, so the first setup we're going to try is using Windows 10. I've got my Surface Book 2 ready to go, and we're going to plug it in. All the recordings that we're going to be doing are going to use Audacity because it's the same software available across all three major platforms, and that just provides a level of consistency, so that way we don't need to worry about the audio quality there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the USB port. And we've got a plug and play audio device being detected there in the corner, which is what we want. All right, so it detected it right away. Click to start monitoring, and then we're going to turn up the sensitivity. Okay, so that jumped quite a bit. So having it about a quarter of the way down registers quite nicely. So let's do a test recording at a quarter. This is a test of the FiFine microphone at 1/4 volume. This is a test of the FiFine microphone at half volume. This is a test of the FiFine microphone at 3/4 volume. This is a test of the FiFine microphone at full volume. So one of the things that I noticed is that when we started getting up to full volume, we were picking up a few additional pieces of background noise, so it is super sensitive at those volumes. I am testing it at a distance of approximately, I would say, 1.5 feet away from my mouth. I'm not using any sort of pop filter, so these are things that we would want to take into consideration. Okay, so on Mac, it plugs in and works right away, which is excellent to see. And sensitivity and everything seems to be working properly. So even on a Mac, we have plug and play. Okay, let's do some recording. This is the FiFine microphone being recorded on a Mac at half volume. This is the FiFine microphone being recorded on a Mac at 3/4 volume. This is the FiFine microphone being recorded at full volume on a Mac. Okay, and lastly, we've got this thing set up, plug and play on Linux Mint. It'll pretty much run on any other Ubuntu fork, of course. And again, with Audacity. Now let's do some recording. This is a recording of the FiFine microphone on Linux at half volume. This is a recording on Linux of the FiFine microphone at 3/4 volume. This is a recording of the FiFine microphone at full volume on Linux. So, some initial conclusions that I would like to draw. Sturdy construction, compact package. Carrying little bag would be a nice little touch. Hard to knock over. Works with all 3 operating systems that I use, plug and play. Lightweight, long cable. Like, there's an awful lot to like for less than $50 microphone here. It is certainly worth mentioning that because this is a sensitive microphone, that if you are doing high quality recording, or if you're doing stream work or anything that has a lot of background noise, like you heard the fan, you might have heard a car drive by, it is very sensitive. It is picking that stuff up. So I do highly recommend that you have a software noise gate that'll kind of cut off the lower frequencies that the microphone is picking up. So the hardware is amazing, but it does need that software support to make sure that you are only recording the frequencies that you actually would like to hear. I plan on doing some further experimentation with this microphone over the coming weeks and months, primarily because it is so darn compact that I'm actually looking forward to different places that I can do some sound recording work that otherwise would have been very difficult to record in. So thank you very much to the lovely people at FiFine for sending me this microphone to share with you, and I'll keep you updated on how my experience is with this. And if you would like to get one of these yourself, I'm going to leave some links in the description down below where you can find it on Amazon for a pretty reasonable price. All right, thank you very... Oh, what am I doing? I almost forgot. The big 4. We got to put that down there. Please like the video, share it, subscribe, and click that notification bell so if you are interested in receiving more updates on how well this is doing for me, that you certainly don't miss those. Okay, see you next time.